Here we are looking at the Bayeux Tapestry, which is held at the Museum of Queen Matilda, which is in Normandy, France.
This piece is a needlework piece and was created by the ladies of the court in the years 1066 to 1082. This was commissioned by Bishop Odo, who was William's half-brother. This piece depicts the battle between William and Harold for the throne of England.
Yes, and we see the struggle began when Harold took the throne, even though that he swore the throne to William, which the oath was that after Harold was shipwrecked, we saw that William took care of Harold, and in exchange for the throne, which Harold agreed to and swore to give to William. Yes.
Then spies saw Harold take the throne and gave William the news. Needless to say, William was furious.
Yes, so furious, he began to build up his army and navy and prepare for battle.
As we can see here, they are crossing the ocean with things such as chainmail, armor, food, weapons, ready to land in Normandy, France. When William's army arrived in Normandy, they began to set up shop and camp. They prepared a feast in honor of King William.
And throughout this piece, we can see the intricate design through the needlework that was done by the ladies of the court, which is just a glorious picture. And throughout, we see the family signs on the top with the written language of the time, which depicted what is going on and talking about what is happening.
Yes, these symbols were also used so that the family can identify the soldiers if they fell in battle. Now here we can see that soldiers are burning down houses, and then there's a woman and a small child beside her running for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
This was made so that they could start making fortifications for the upcoming battle.
Right, we see them preparing the way for the battle, and then it just goes into seeing how the king prepares them for the battle, and they charge in to take on the enemy.
Yes, we can see people getting trampled, beheaded, and it's in very gory detail for women. Then it ends with a very dramatic climax with William rushing the rest of his men in a final charge to try to get to Harold.
Yes, and his attempt is successful, and he does take out Harold, winning the battle, and in the end, William is crowned King of England.
And here we can see the night attack at the Sanjo Palace. Now this is a hand scroll on paper with ink and paint. Now this is very important because it shows the attack by Nuboyorti against the retired emperor.
And then we see with his attack that he goes in and takes the emperor, throws him in a cart, and actually burns the cart and proceeds to burn the building.
As we can see here, though, he is not alone, as he has his own army of rebels. And
we see with his rebels that they surround the building and begin to set the building on fire.
Yes, and this is also important because the emperor is not alone in this palace, as there are women and children who, to try to escape the burning, jump into wells. Like, there's a giant well in the middle of the courtyard, but to no avail, they still are dead in the end.
Yes, and with these troops, he just takes out the entire building.
Also, the scroll is read from right to left and has very little writing. It's just the image, and you have to visualize what it must have been like to be there and to feel the fires and the heat and just the immense awe of the battle.